seconds.
Afrofish OG.
What is good, everyone? Welcome. It is March 22nd of 2026, and I am actually, I'm more excited. Let's be honest. I'm done with work. I'm got to worry about work tomorrow. All that other kind of I'm great, but I'm even more excited because I got anime professionals here. Okay, anime professionals, the TheBlackJaegerists in.
What's going on? What's going on?
I'm excited for y'all to be here. I really am. I was happy. I was always worried when I send the messages out because I'm always like, damn, they're gonna say no. But I was like, oh shit, they say yeah. Okay, cool. So I got
who is this person? No, we're excited. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, we're always down to chat about anime. It's always a
good opportunity.
Anime is a subject that can go on, and I love it for that. Honestly, it's such a fun subject. But for those who do not know much about y'all, your floor is yours. What you all about?
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, we are the TheBlackJaegerists, and we are all things anime and nerd and geek and fun. We love anything from watching, new cool movies that come out. Animes, of course, any type of anime. We're always exploring new ones. We love and appreciate the old ones, and we love doing anime news, gaming news, pretty much again everything geeky. And now that we're able to fully live in the times where it's accepted, we're embracing it now more than ever. So yeah, that's who we are. We are your friendly local nerd anime friend. So yeah.
I love that. And you mentioned right at the bat, because just that feeling of how much more it's accepted now. Anime has become, it's not a niche thing anymore. And it's been like that for a while, but it feels like nowadays more than ever, almost you can't find almost a person that hasn't watched an anime anymore.
Right.
It's hard. It's honestly, and I bring up even the ones that you might not have thought were anime right away, because when I was a kid, right, if you would have told me what's anime or an anime, I would have been like, I don't fucking know. And then you said, have you watched Pokemon? Have you watched Yu-Gi-Oh? Have you watched Beyblades? Have you watched Digimon? I'm like, oh yeah, I have. Then you watched an anime before
at some point in time. Yeah.
I'm guaranteed, especially with millennials, especially 98% of them. That's don't fact check. That is
right. No, I completely agree. I feel like one of my first my literal routine coming home as a kid was come home. My mom would have a bowl of candy from Halloween time, and my sister and I would come home, get a piece of candy, and we would watch Sailor Moon and Sweet Valley High, and that was every single day, and those were our shows. And then it was anime, and that's really where it started for me.
It was so many that kind of mirrored anime. You had Shaolin Showdown, Dragon Ball Z. You could just keep going with
Avatar.
The stuff that Avatar.
I would say Avatar.
Avatar was a big one.
You watch the original Teen Titans, you can really see the anime.
Man. Yeah,
I love Teen Titans.
It definitely the original.
The original.
I haven't watched much of Teen Titans Go, but I was kind of out of that age range at that point.
Same.
Because I feel like it's one of those I don't know, this is just me. Maybe this is me on Teen Titans Go, but I feel like if I was if I grew up watching it, I probably would have had a different opinion on it. Because at the time it was what did that come out 10 years ago, something like that.
Teen Titans Go or the original?
Go. The original was 2000.
Yeah. It was a while.
Yeah, Teen Titans Go.
That's really a Gen Z Gen
Yeah.
Alpha, you know, and we were actually talking about that this morning. We're like, how is that the longest running show on Cartoon Network right now?
On
Cartoon Network.
Out of all the
Wow.
cartoons you can think of on Cartoon Network, that one is the longest running show.
I wonder if it's just because like they hit into that range where it was like, yes, it's a show about teaching things, but we do it through a Teen Titans lens.
Right.
So like we can still teach you like important stuff. I don't know. I'm just spitballing, but like, you know, we can still teach you important stuff. But if we do it through a lens of Teen Titans, you're gonna be more likely to watch that. But that's
for sure.
I mean, we definitely had a form of. I mean, we had what PBS that they had a lot of the cartoons and stuff that was teaching stuff. What Schoolhouse Rock and stuff like that were in a form of a cartoon. I mean, Magic School Bus was another one.
Magic School Bus was definitely one of those.
Magic School Bus
wrapped in cartoon form, and I mean, what Captain Planet? It would just teach you stuff.
Yeah,
you know, it would teach you stuff, but it was cool. It was like for the moments, but I don't know. I didn't necessarily think that Teen Titans Go would fit in there, but I guess
it does. The new age, I guess, new age way.
Because the old one was really challenged a lot of mental issues.
Yeah,
like if you really go back and look at it, like they were going through like depressions and all kinds of. It was a very serious,
super
cartoon,
serious. Yeah,
and
I think that's why we liked it. Is because it resonated so much with like real life stuff that we were going through as young people, even though they were like, you know, superheroes, but it was still like, you know, an important personal things. And it was like, okay, I can relate to that.
It was crazy.
No, I agree. And I think that one of the things about like shows like Teen Titans, Static Shock was another one that really taught a lot.
Yeah. You know what's so funny? Static Shock, we actually did a game show thing yesterday. And they're like, name all of the black superheroes. And he said Static Shock, and the host was like, yeah, man.
He was like, he was like, you gang. Because it was killing me. I was like, there's an SS. I was like, I know this. It was great. No, that was a good experience. But Static Shock also had a lot of mental issues in there too. That kind of made
personal,
it a whole
it
was crazy. You have the I can't remember the white character's name, but he had his own separate he had his own separate stuff going on. Then you had the shadowy character. It was probably the worst.
Yeah, and you know, when I go back to really look at like Static, it's really interesting because you look at the characters like the Bang Babies, they call themselves, and how like, I don't know the word to use, but how much they kind of represented that culture. Because when you really look at it, like Ebon, who you're talking about, the shadow figure, he was the worst of, I guess at that time would have been that kind of like gang-like culture, the one who really didn't care about any sort of life whatsoever, when a lot of the characters that went in there were actually just extremely troubled. Like it's a really interesting show, I think, to go back and watch as an adult, to see a lot of the stuff that goes on. I actually really enjoy them now because I feel like I get a different sense and a different appreciation.
For
a lot of these shows. Justice League's another one too. Like I watched Justice League.
Oh man,
great! Justice League
was great.
I think Justice League for me was that was the first introduction to me for having a black superhero, because
John Stewart
in there, and I was like, holy crap, Green Lantern is black. Oh no.
I didn't know that could happen. Right?
Yeah, it was like I had no idea. So it was like that was my first introduction to having a black superhero. Then you had Static Shock and stuff like that, like shortly after. But that was the introduction. That was amazing. I love that.
It was. I would 110% agree, and I love the fact that whether it was Static, John Stewart, they were characters that never felt like stereotypes. Like to me, they never felt like stereotypes. They felt like their own characters with their own personalities, their own issues. And I loved that. Like I loved that the most. Like we aren't just like, they didn't Disney them, but like
right. They made them real people. I think I appreciate that too, because I never realized that. But you're absolutely right. It was never, none of the black superheroes were like that, and they all were their own person. So Yeah, I appreciate that it wasn't like your stereotypical, and that it wasn't like kind of like a typecast situation.
That's what, I just forgot about Cyborg.
Oh, yeah,
Cyborg.
You know, like, why did I forget about Cyborg? And I'm like,
Cyborg, yeah.
oh yeah, I love that. Like, oh
Like,
man,
yeah, like they all had their own like personas and like just like they were they were almost like the coolest out of each group that had something going on, and they always kind of stood tall, stood firm, never really wavered. I think Cyborg kind of had that in the show a little bit, but it was more so like, who am I kind of deal, and that was kind of cool. Like, I mean, that. Yeah, no, it's to grow up on like those black superheroes like that. It was great. It kind of did, shape what you kind of see now of the, the Chadwicks, the rest in peace, the, Michael B's that kind of grew up on it. And like kind of put it in their, choreographs, like choreography and all of that stuff like that, just in their fighting stuff and the movies and everything else. Like, it all kind of goes together. You got the clothing lines and stuff now. Like, that's out of control. Like, it's all over the place. It kind of just went from there.
For sure. Like, it really does. It goes so far. I mean, it's hitting the gaming. Like, I've always said, my favorite character was always like, it was Eddie Gordo, right, from Tekken. And it was that first time I ever saw capoeira for the first time was like, I don't know if I can do this in real life, but it actually got me trying. Like, I'm 34 now, and I was doing it for a while, and it was actually really fun, but like, I let myself get kind of fat, but like, it was like, but it's like getting myself back into doing it again. And it's, it's crazy because it was like watching him do these handstands and these, the spins, kicks, and I'm like,
so cool.
And then you just watch that kick come up, and I'm like, oh man, like I even nowadays I play Tekken 8, like I play Tekken 8, and I like fighting Eddie player, and I'm just like,
right.
Because like, I watch myself get hit, and I'm just like, well, that's me. Like, just it gives me that
right.
Yeah, it is like, you probably wonder how I got here, as like my character's just floating in the air, like. But yeah, it's just watching the evolution and seeing characters, especially black characters, evolve and go from, maybe at the time would have been more just stereotypes to characters now, even such as someone like Miles Morales, Riri Williams, like all the way through. Shout out to both of them. And so, I love how it also is infected when it comes to anime too. I mean, we just saw that with like Fire Force has black characters that have been really cool. I haven't finished it yet. I haven't finished the series yet, but
I almost lost it when AOT rolled out black. I was like, oh snap!
Right, there's representation in there.
I love that he even touches upon it too when someone asks him why his skin is dark.
I love his answer, man. His answer was so great. It was so like charismatic, and it was like something that only that character could give you as an answer.
Like, and they just kind of roll with it. Like, they're just like, okay,
like, hey, come on. Like, I get that question all the time. Move on. Like,
right, and that's the thing. Well, I mean, when the world is basically in danger, like, I mean, I think that's the last thing I'm gonna get. Like, last thing I'm gonna do is like watching Aaron crashing through the walls and being like, why are you black?
Hold on.
Right.
Are you tan?
Right.
Okay. No. Just keep running from the site. Keep running from the site. Don't worry about it.
It'd be me just looking at me like, do you not see that? Is this a bad time? Like is this...
Right.
But yeah, it is. And I know I haven't watched the show yet, but Gachi Yakuta I know is really big with that right now as well.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have y'all been watching that? Is it good? Like,
we're gonna get into it soon.
I keep telling myself that, but like, I saw that because I also saw that you were talking about JoJo's one of your latest ones, and I love Steel Ball Run is so good, and I've been loving. I've read up on Steel Ball Run. I already know where Steel Ball Run. So like, when I got to see it animated, and I don't know about y'all, I'm the type of person who like looks at both, like the Japanese sub and the dub, because I want to hear what both sound like.
Yeah. I feel like it's two different feels also, but even representation in that with I call it season 3, even though they don't call it season 3, they call it arc 2. But right, Stardust Crusaders. I'm like, that is definitely season 3, y'all, but whatever. But
Yeah.
even having Avdol in there, like as soon as I saw him, I was like, yes, black people. I was very excited for that. Like, and that's honestly still like my favorite JoJo arc.
Still about run.
Stardust Crusaders.
Stardust Crusaders.
Yep.
That is really good. It stopped becoming my favorite after part 6. I love part 6.
You do?
Yes, I do. It might be like a hotter take, but I feel like part 6 was really interesting. And I think it's just because one, I love Jolene.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, because it's like it's a girl now. Like,
yeah, and like I love her stand. I love Stone Free. I love her stand. I love like the fact of it's not just a simple always, punching stand. It is you get to see so much of her creativity.
Yeah,
with like the stand
right.
itself. Like you get to see her. I call it like the smart that Jotaro had, Jolene has.
Yes.
When she gets in those moments, like when she's fighting, is it Gwen? The one that shrinks her early on.
Oh,
and when she names her stand and the look on her face when she's about to like knock her ass out is the same one that you see Jotaro, right? That you're like, oh yeah, that's his daughter.
Yeah. You can tell it's like, okay, you all are related.
Oh yeah, you're like, oh, this is gonna be bad.
This is what we're talking about. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That was a good arc. You're right. Yeah, I mean, okay. It's a close second. I think it's because when I started JoJo, like Stardust Crusaders had just come out, so it was like I was catching up to get to that season, and so that's what I was intro to JoJo really with, is like that one. So I feel like that was close to my heart. But the first arc, no. The first one, I'm like, I cannot. It made me so mad the whole time. I'm like, you're telling me that this guy's just got bad luck the entire time, and yeah. And I also like Golden Wind. Golden Wind was pretty good.
It was good. I'll definitely say it was good. I think it fell a little bit for me, but I think it was because of the fact of like I like Giorno. I just don't like Giorno enough.
Yeah.
Compared to some other of the JoJos. Like
he had that deal with him, so it was like
he did have I mean, when he's I was like, actually, and this is something that I love to see too, is when we talk about also the representation, going back to that a little bit, I liked also seeing us as villains.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like to just see us as heroes. I like to see us as villains. And so when I saw Chocolata, and I was like, oh my god, the dude's such a piece of shit. You know how bad you have to be? You know how bad you have to be? Especially because I work with seniors. So like seeing what he's doing to the seniors like pissed me off in like a personal way. And then to see that like even your final villain's like, yeah, no, fuck that guy. Like
right.
Like watching Giorno give him like the fucking 30 seconds of just pure like getting his shit rocked.
Yeah.
And I'm like
all hands, yeah.
All hands, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna do it because I was like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, he's doing that what's it, that life ability where he's heightening his senses as well with each hit.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, cool. No, this is fine.
Like a power up. I always love that too. Like when their stands go to town, they go to town. It's like it's not just like
what stand would you want? Like what stand would you want? Like if you could just like all of a sudden you just go and you have stands. Now what stand would you want? Because I got mine, but I gotta hear yours first.
Oh man. I would say no, because there was one that was like really whooping tail. And it's not that I don't like Diamonds Are Unbreakable. I do, but probably his stand. Is that Jotaro? It's Jotaro.
Josuke.
Yeah, that is Josuke. Josuke. Yeah, I probably want his.
That ability to like recreate stuff or whatever, restore or whatever. Oh, that was such a broken ability too.
It was good because that one was good. That one was like a heartfelt arc. It really was. Because it was like that was the whole thing where people were getting shot with arrows and like being forced to have powers when they didn't want them. So it was, I felt like that was a good one, and I felt like it ended nicely. I'm like,
it's a good one, especially because like you have them going around the world, and the whole time you're just in one town, and it felt like so much was going on in that town,
in just that one town, and we're like, who is doing this? Yeah, it was crazy. It was
Kira's best villain.
Because I feel like every season it kind of switched people, but it was like, oh, you kept some of the same people. It's like continuing over. An old man, I'm like, he's in there. He was cracking me up so much. Holy shit!
Joseph Joestar is one of
great. And he was that one, and what was it, the second arc, first arc, second arc, technically?
Yeah.
He was that one. I loved him because he was talking his smack while he was doing everything.
He was, what's crazy is almost every JoJo are just big motherfuckers. They are just like when Jonathan.
That's what I said, bro.
When they first showed Jonathan after the time skip, and I'm like, oh my god.
Wow.
Right?
What do you have to? I don't know how to do. What do you got to do to do that?
I don't know what kind of genetics y'all got, but
he was so thrown by that. He's like, why are these high schoolers so
happening, bro? Like, man, yeah. It was...
Jotaro's like, oh, I'm 17, and I'm like, 10 years ago.
Oh, he's
okay. All right.
It's crazy, and I think that's also why I love, like, you can see the evolution of like the art style kind of changing into, like, I think it's part 4 where he kind of gets his art style set.
Yeah, for sure.
And you still haven't told me those the other stand, by the way. I'm just saying.
Man.
No, I was gonna keep going.
I'm thinking. No, I'm still thinking.
Like, I got a couple, but I can't say it because one of them's a spoiler. So, like, that's why I can't say it.
Is it? You're talking about from like ones that have not come out
yet? One in Steel Ball Run.
Okay. Well, yeah, because technically we're only on like episode 1.
Yeah, 2 is actually 2 in Steel Ball Run, but like, and then one of them is in JoJolion. So like, I have to like purposely choose one that's not from there, but it's like, there's so many really.
Well, now I'm curious. Yeah, so hold on.
That's why I can't say.
Okay.
That's why I don't want to spoil it for people who are like anime only watchers.
True.
Because then because then I'm gonna feel bad. I mean, not really, but like I'm gonna.
Not really.
I'll just say I'm gonna feel bad.
Man, I haven't caught up yet, so I don't really know all the stands, so I feel at a disadvantage.
Yeah, I will say he is very slow. I'm trying to pull him up there.
She had to drag me through the coals of the first season. You see how y'all just had the
first season? He was like,
bro,
this is awful. I'm like, it is awful, but if you just give it a chance, I just need you to get to where I'm at. And he's like,
that's fair.
I gotta get there. I do.
He'll need a little bit more catching up.
Oh my god,
that's fair. But
that first season was rough, bro. To just see a man just get broken like that. I'm like, bro, I like this.
Like, so
what's
this
happening?
And then I had to like warn him. I'm like, okay, so this is Dio. He's terrible, and there's no reprieve from this season.
Goodness.
Like and then he got it the worst. That's the craziest part to me. I'm like, the first JoJo got it the worst out of everybody. I'm like, is this what we're doing? Like, is everybody gonna have it this bad?
Ooh. That's an interesting statement, actually. Who got it worse? And I think, honestly, out of the JoJos, I would actually, I probably could say Jonathan. I was going to put Jolene up there, too, because she, part 6.
Yeah.
But, like, honestly, I think the character who has it the worst out of all the JoJos, like, not just JoJos, but just in general, is Emporio.
Oh.
Because I mean, you reset the universe with people that the people are like still the same people, but they're not the same people.
Not. You're right.
So like imagine like going to a different world, and like that's like if I met my wife but in a different universe. So I'm like, yes, that woman is my wife, but she's not my wife. Like,
yeah.
Like that'd be crazy.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
terrible.
that would be crazy. Dang.
Yeah,
Wow.
his
That's
ending, like that ending, is not a happy ending. Like
It's
it's really not.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's one of those where people.
right.
Just
You're
like,
right. That's a good one
That's
too.
rough.
It's like I need a reminder of
That was
those
rough.
because yeah, I mean, yeah,
Mm.
you're right. That is pretty bad. Like dang.
for real.
Yeah,
though.
no, for sure, out of characters, yeah, the worst. One of the worst for sure. One of the worst.
So I have to ask because y'all, I mean, like I said, y'all are anime fans, and this is gonna be a kind of a, I don't know, I think a funnier one, a little more jovial question. What was the most? We're gonna stick to one. What was the most satisfying beatdown you've ever seen in an anime?
Oh.
Ooh.
Hold on.
I would say, yeah. Let me go on the Rolodex.
Oh man.
What it was one of the 7 deadly sins in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood for sure. I can't remember which one it was because it was like they all gotta go. First of all, they all gotta go. But also I do like when Levi put the work to Zeke. He put the work to that man, and he was like, you know what? I will blow myself up to kill you. Like I don't care.
He's got to be an honorable mention because his was a build up from my man. He promised.
He was like,
he promised.
I'm gonna come get you.
I swear he told me to do this. I'm going to do this.
And one like, oh yeah, I would say that one.
I gotta throw Mahito in there because Mahito was a menace.
Mahito was a menace.
He was like the dude was just going like.
Yeah. That was one that was like you,
and it was the way that he went out that was probably the most satisfying because he went out like he was going in and then he cowered at the end. I'm like,
he went out like a bitch.
Yeah. I needed that anguish.
Yeah, no, I was because I was mad at that.
You did a lot, man.
That one I used to say,
you gotta go.
When it comes to Mahito, and I love this, I'm like Mahito. Even without his powers, is a menace. He is definitely the type of person that walks past you and like he's the one who walks past you and says the N-word so they just to get you riled up. That's who Mahito is.
Who you slap or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so like stairs with a bungee cord, so you come back up. Like, it just does just crazy stuff for no reason.
Turn around, you hit him, and he's like, well, I didn't do anything, man. Why would you do that to me? And it's like, oh no, this is you that kind of person.
Yeah, he was. He really was.
He
on
really
that.
was.
No, I was like, oh, you gotta go.
Yeah. I think Mahito's was definitely up there. You know, it's honestly one of them for me. It's when Jonathan gets his lick back against Dio. When he beats him up the first time, and then he turns around and Dio starts crying, and I'm like, "Oh, you're not gonna be crying, bro."
Right? No, you're right. That one was a good one.
I didn't watch any episodes,
but I'm like, he's still lingering. Why is he still lingering? Like,
oh yeah, Well, that's what happens when you throw a random mask on your face and become a vampire.
I know. I'm like, what is? It was just that was so wild.
Like this bro became a vampire and then was like, you know what I'm gonna do next? He made Sinners. So like that's
pretty much what he did. And it was like, man, yeah, he was Dio's such a menace.
Yeah, there's certain like smackdowns where it's like I don't need all the powers, all I need are just hands. Just like you mentioned before. Gojo getting back on Toji was warm. I'm like, yeah, you put me close to death. Man, it reminds me of like if you go in like you play like a fighting game, and the one dude just whips your ass and then talks shit and then leaves, and you come back after like you've been practicing. And
right?
No diff him like
just a Western standoff.
Yeah.
Tumbleweed going across.
Oh yeah, you just like, yeah, this is gonna be real bad.
right. This won't be good.
Man,
I've been practicing all night.
There's a few. I would say Cell is in there. I would say Goro from Yu Yu. Hakusho is in there.
Yeah,
For
for sure. One that's not satisfying that I was so waiting on it during the Chimera Ant arc, Muriel. I was like, oh, he's gotta go. And I was so ready. And then at the end, I'm like, I am not crying for this person. I was so mad that I was not satisfied with his death. I was so like, I'm like, I cannot believe I feel bad for him.
Or the Demon Slayer.
Hate it. Yeah, it was like Demon Slayer for sure.
The katana job, well, for my choice of a beatdown. Oh yeah, like
yeah,
he's getting kicked repeatedly. Like
right.
There's something that is one that does suck though. Is when they give you like either like a backstory or something like that, and you're like, fuck. Well, now
I don't want to care.
I don't want to. I will say another one. Jumping back to Full Metal Alchemist was Envy. Because I was like, Envy, you gotta go. And then he was like pleading and like had this whole like personal like monologue. I'm like, oh, I'm mad. This is not satisfying. It's really sad.
It is though. Like it's just there's certain characters that'll give you like I mean, obviously I think the most right now I would say the most famous one it's Akaza. Like I'm like, oh, this dude who just want to, oh no, fuck this dude, whatever. And then I know about his backstory, and I'm like, okay, like I still don't like you.
I still don't like you, bro. Like,
so terrible.
I still need to see you get hands. I still, oh my gosh, they need to. When is the next one coming out?
Like 2020, isn't it 2027 or 2028?
Yes. So much waiting.
I mean,
they're like next year. Like next year,
bro. That's fine. I just gotta last till that long. If the people who watch One Piece can last this long, I can. Like I don't need to hear nothing about them. But I think there's something fun about like, especially when anime characters who are just assholes. Like they either know they're powerful, they know they can't be beaten. I mean, right now one of my favorite ones of like the Crash Out, which is Aizen. I love Aizen as a character, but I love even more so watching him just get mad at the fact of someone like Kisuke who pretty much snuck him.
or Michael Jackson, as I like to call him.
Wow.
Oh my god,
Muzan Michael Jackson.
Muzan bothers me because Muzan does remind me of like a more of like a traditional like mustache twirling villain.
Yeah.
Like he's one where it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna send you all to go and do my dirty work, and I'm like, bro, you could just do it yourself.
You can do it yourself.
Like you really like, man.
I mean, that was the
like
big
there's
thing
levels
about,
to get to him or something, but then it's like, see how he, did old boy just randomly walk, and I'm like, oh my god. To let him know, like I'm not that one.
So he's a problem. It was almost just like, my man's from My Hero. It was like he lost his power and he had to give it to a boy to try to take over still.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get it, but it's like, I don't know. He should have stepped out more, man. Muzan.
Yeah.
Muzan. All it takes is like if he would just show up and be like, yeah, I'm not gonna have someone else do this today. Like I'm not in the mood.
Yeah, let me go find the flower that I'm looking for.
Send like 10 minions out here to terrorize folks.
Let me go get my man sister real quick. Like,
and then you got a whole family. How you got a family? How are you a father? How do you have children? How?
I don't know about that one. Like,
did they actually? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. Like, the girl was like, "Dad,"
you
and
went
I'm
from
like,
that to
Dad.
like the little boy. Wasn't the little boy after that? Like he was like a smart kid.
Yeah, he can change his own form. I believe that's why, like, when you see him and they're like, "Why is this woman here?" And they're like, "Oh shit, that moves on." I think that's the one that he chooses the most because he can get the most information out of it. Gotcha. And I'm like, yeah, I bet you can. Like you walk into some place, you got some drunk ass dude, whoever, like, fuck, good enough. And so, like,
right,
and that's the thing. Muzan, I mean, let's be honest, Muzan's walking up, he's just cutting to people and he's walking out. Like he gets his information, he dips. But when it comes to those demon slayers, that man's like, nah, I'm good.
Right, like he's so shook.
He's shook from old boy.
He is shook.
He ain't trying to see it.
And I'm really like, is that his dad?
That is a theory.
Which one?
So the one that like Muzan keeps having flashes over,
and that
like,
was the one that he also had a dream about. Like that was
he had like a whole.
And like,
Yodoichi.
With red hair,
Yeah, the one that fucked him up. Imagine like he got his ass whooped so badly that he was just like, nah.
Right. He's like,
I think I'm gonna just
a little too close.
I'm not gonna step out no more. That
Dude,
kind of
Tanjiro showed up and gave that man PTSD. Like,
bro, he did, and he was like, you.
Bro, and still like has PTSD because like he be talking, he be like, "Yo, hey Tanjiro, I'm gonna beat you from a distance."
But Tanjiro wasn't he yelling right back? I will find you.
He be with it.
I will defeat you. I'm like,
Tanjiro been with it since Mugen Train, bro.
Like he and that's funny is like he's getting like poison. He's looking at him like bet.
Nah, man.
I think I will have to say that was a pretty hype moment in that movie. Although not as hype as, I'm not gonna lie, watching Lock-In Zenitsu was that was the moment. Like,
that was
when he's falling. I saw someone say he's not falling, he's entering.
Because that was literally the only one that had no reaction to falling into the castle.
I'm like, what is going? I'm like something serious.
We had theories about that too. We were just like, before, it was like, yo, we ultimately ended up like that. It's probably his pops that got, you know what I mean? Like that was the only way that somebody like that would just change his demeanor completely.
Like from spastic.
That
vibrant
would
to
have
like
been the only thing for me. And so it was cool to kind of see him like. But now my question is now, like, is he just that now? Like, is he just this hardened person for the rest of the show?
I don't like it though. I'm like, no.
Does he go back?
I think probably for just this arc, more than likely.
Yeah,
because he's gonna need to have to lock in when you're facing. I mean, these are the Dark Soul bosses. Like you're not going to your run of the mill like hit the enemy 3 times in the weak spot kind of shit. Like these guys swing back, and I mean,
right. I mean, and they almost died. Like they've almost died so many times.
At the end of every season, bro, like
crying, hugging, like we made it. It's like, yes, barely. Calm down.
Like, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, it's better than when they tried to make you have feelings for Orochimaru. Like, fuck that dude.
Then you hate, that was probably one of my biggest but the first one when he like loses his hands. I needed that. He was a menace back then. He was. I didn't like the character arc with him anyway, just because now we can't. Now he helps after all of this, all of this carnage and just all of this. You want to come back at the end and be like, yeah, I don't think I ain't trying to be on the losing side real quick.
And he never even got the Talk No Jutsu either. He never even got the Talk No Jutsu. It was just like I guess I'll go be good.
Just one day you just wake up and be like, hey man, like, just calm all that noise. I know what I did.
Yeah.
Look, I'm doing this now. Just vibe with me real quick. You want to vibe with me real quick? I'm like, no, what's going on? No, we don't. What's going on, bro? The long tongue snake dude is helping. It was crazy.
Like this dude was like taking bodies. Like he was like experimenting on people. He was holding them hostage.
Had orphans come in. That's how old boy got his wood powers. I'm like, bro, you was an orphan, my man. It's like you was taking kids, just experimenting, killing people, digging dead body. Like you've done all the wrong things that you can think of. You've done only for you to come back out of the shadows and be like, hey. Like we good, right? Like,
and that's the thing is like I don't think they ever really touched on the fact of like why Orochimaru is still alive. Like if they were like he's too valuable in terms of like his research in order to stop, but I'm like, okay, but then what does he do now? Because like you pretty much stopped the chemist from doing chemistry, and now like what is he supposed to do?
Is he not still doing chemistry? Question mark.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm just kind of like, am I glad to see Orochimaru when they show bits of Orochimaru squaring up and fighting? Absolutely. Like that dude is an absolute like he's going to whoop up on someone.
He's good. He is good, but he also gets it's almost like how they saved Sasuke in the beginning. Like, cause Sasuke got his butt whooped a few times and then got saved by some people, and I'm like, all right, okay, all right.
Well, you talk. Oh man, you talking about that Killer B fight where just say you talking about the Killer B fight where he got just embarrassed. That was the moment where he was like, "Damn, maybe I am in over my head."
My man needed a whole team of 4 to take to take a fake person. That wasn't even a real one, a fake person. Like, what we doing, Sasuke? What's happening, bro? You were supposed to be tough.
Man, and that's the thing too, is like he came in there all like super cocky too, where it's like, bro, I just got my mind.
I read, I'm turning into like, I'm a Orochimaru savant, man. What you talking about? I can do anything I want to do. It's my stuff. Hands.
Dude, I'm a little also upset a bit with that fight sometimes because like to me what bothered me was like Black or not Black Zetsu, I can't think of his name.
Oh, Zenitsu?
The water, Suigetsu. And so like Suigetsu runs in, fucking like hits what is it? Killer B uses lightning, and then he just gets rid of the sword. He's like, I guess I'll just stop. And I'm like, wow, bro. Okay, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, like I mean, he was probably he was the weakest dude on that team. Like
he should have been broken. Like you telling me that this dude control, and then we find out later that his brother was wielding all 7 swords at one point.
Man,
and I'm like, you gave up your sword instantly.
Instantly? Come on.
Like you gave up your sword, and he tossed it back. He tossed that sword back. He was like, bro, I don't need this bitch.
I don't even
tossed that sword back.
Like, you can have this. Like, I don't want this. Come on, man. That's disrespectful.
There is, I love. Let's be honest. We all love the disrespectful moments.
Black, yeah, because Naruto came in with those black ones too, and it was like the whole Cloud Village was lit. Like everybody in there was lit. Like especially the leader. Oh my god. Yeah.
Raikage A. Oh my
god. Man. He was hard.
The one that was rhyming?
Yeah, no. B is the rhymer.
Okay.
B is the rhymer. Raikage is the one that
Killer B best character.
Yo.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Who's the one that was rhyming? He was cool.
Killer B is hard. I actually like the other one that was the calmer one with the fire powers. He was cool to me too. That he was normally with the girl. Like brother and sister or something.
Yeah,
like
I can't remember his name. Like he just cool. I think those two just get overshadowed by like by like B, who gets overshadowed by like A. It's just like, there is like people forget there's like Darui too. Like Darui got Black Lightning, and I was like, this could be so cool. But then like we don't get this. Like Naruto does kind of suffer because like from like a huge cast of characters, so no one really gets like the amount of time that they need. Sometimes
it almost feels like they brought him in like too late, like, and then didn't give him enough time to develop. So it was like you had this moment of where the whole pain situation. You have this village. It's always raining. You don't really talk about this village, so I don't really know all the stuff that y'all going through for pain to bring pain, you know what I mean? But the fight is, I love it. But it's like, you don't really go into those villages that like you just give us the face value of, and then they kind of just bring the action of it and everything else. You don't really break down the stuff.
No, that's true. And I think with this, there's so many villages too to like,
it's a lot.
We could have got small little what ifs about, but Naruto did for a while have that same issue that I saw that like, Jujutsu Kaisen have a little bit when it came to like characters like Dojo and Sukuna, where like you have like the other Hokage who are like here, and then you have like Naruto and Sasuke, and so it's like even if someone was like, "Dude, we're gonna betray the leaf," and everyone's looking like, "Really? Like if that's what you're going to do?" Like you realize like who they have, right? Damn, guess I'll wait. Like and like. You know, and like I said, Jujutsu Kaisen had that same thing where we're seeing that right now, I think, with like these whole tales of like the strongest for a little bit.
Yeah.
All Might was like that. We saw that. I think they did My Hero does a really good job with like the depiction of the strongest. We see that with Gojo, the burden of what it means to be the strongest. And I kind of like that now. I like that now because for a long time, sorry to interrupt. For a lot of anime fans, I think that's one of the things that I see from a lot of anime fans throughout the space, right? Is like, especially with power scalers. Well, like it's the strongest. And so we start learning like people like Gojo, and like it's a lot of people have a very fundamental misunderstanding of him. Of like the strongest is not a positive.
Yeah.
Like even from as far back as Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Like Goku even mentions being here attracts other people to want to fight me.
Right.
You know, and I've never like, yeah, is it fun to talk about like who could win in fights, whatever? But I'm like, I think some people sometimes have a misunderstanding of what like the strongest is.
Yeah,
and, like it's a curse. Like you don't want to.
It truly is. I think My Hero kind of touched on it a lot, and it was kind of how I really loved how they did the transference of like you know like it. Normally you see the brightest power, and that's just always the brightest power. Like they kind of came in like, yo, this dude is strong, but the story's about this dude over here. Like, and then it builds it up to there, and the transference, and it kind of goes, and you kind of can see his personality change as well. Like Deku went from muttering and talking to himself to self-confident to, oh, I got to do this, and oh no, I got to do this myself.
Yeah.
And oh no, I don't need y'all.
Brought back down.
Yeah, like
no, it's okay.
I got to save everybody by myself. Like he went through a whole scale of
even with All Might. Like All Might was so powerful. Like, you know, we had the last season where dude didn't even believe it was All Might. He's like, you're not All Might, okay? All Might's strong.
You know, I would be honest. I think Stain knew that was All Might.
He did. Well, like, I think he was trolling.
I think he did. I think he was kind of trolling. Like, you're not All Might. Like, I know who All Might is. Like, I don't know, like who the fuck you are right now. That's not you. So like when he did get to see that armored version, he knew that was him. He's like, yeah, that is All Might. Like that's the All Might that I was looking for. That's the one that I've been like putting my life on. Like, and because he says that really early on, he's like, all you heroes suck, bro. Like you're not All Might. Like, and it was like it's an honorable type of glaze, not like a Naya glazing Toji kind of glazing. Like it was, you know what I mean? Like Naya glazes Toji because he's like, oh, that man, you know, he the best, blah blah blah. He's so cool. But like you know, I think Stain was very much the like you need to be the hero that I know you can be.
Yeah.
The reason why I've been basically killing other heroes that I don't think belong here because they aren't like you.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah,
like you can't prove me wrong.
He was to the core. He was hard. He was really fundamental. Like he was like the hero does this. If you don't do this, you're not a hero. Like he was very, very one track mind in that, and he stood firm.
But he was right. You know, essentially, and like even though I definitely hated him at the beginning, that's another one that I was like unsatisfying death.
The fact that he came back to help as well.
He came back to help, and I'm like, and then he died. I was like, dang.
I think the thing is he died as a
fast way. He died in such a fast.
He died as a hero, though. Like, there was not much he's gonna be able to do.
Yeah, he is,
and he's
and that's what it's interesting. I think that's why it showed us that complexity, and I'm glad that we're seeing a bit of these. Like, I love seeing that the changes within, like you mentioned earlier with Midoriya, going to that fact of like, yeah, you can't save everyone. It's going to drain the absolute hell out of you. It's crazy to me how people can see that and be like, yeah, that makes sense being a hero, but then like Superman does the same thing and they never fucking figure it out. Yeah. Superman's been doing this longer. Like it's like you can't save everyone,
man.
Like,
right.
It's a hard lesson to learn. There's some people that you can't save no matter what you do. Yeah. Like
very true.
You know, Midoriya had to learn that the hard way by like you have to rely on other people. Like you can't
do it by yourself. I mean,
it's okay to rely on other people. It's okay to get help.
Like it's not a sign of weakness, but also it's just like the Miles Morales situation, like how that movie ended. It's like you can't save everybody, but that's literally what he's trying to do. And
now we're here.
That's a very interesting concept. Like, I love how they did that. Like with that, like that was great.
Oh yeah. And he's learning his version of Spider-Man. Everyone to become Spider-Man. Everyone had to lose something.
Yeah.
everyone had to lose something, and Miles can't accept the fact that he's going to lose his father.
He's going to lose
Yeah.
something.
I think people sometimes forget that these aren't like full adults with a full adult ability. These are like a lot of times they're teenagers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you look at like Jujutsu Kaisen, these guys are like 15 years old. You expect
Right. They're
It
all
is,
high
man.
school.
yeah, they're like high schoolers. They're going to
Even
make
like gone even younger. It's like
Yeah.
weren't they like 8 or something? 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, you know, like in Naruto's, in Naruto series, they're child soldiers. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty much the same thing with Jujutsu High too. They actually don't learn anything in actual school. I don't know how these people actually function.
Right.
Society.
It's like what is
It's funny
school?
because
we are fighting real battles out
JJK, like they've never been in a classroom not one time. They haven't been in a classroom
I don't
not
think
once.
so,
I don't
yeah.
even. That's not a school.
there. Right.
No, they call it a school, and I'm like, I'm learning everything but English. Like I expected,
Right.
I want to see a bit where like after it, and they're all excited, and then there's Yuji being like, I can't spell.
right. After
all of
everything's said and
this,
done, yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
it is. It's
Yeah, at
crazy.
least my hero, there was like, okay, we got
They
two
had
shots of them in the
classes.
classroom.
Yeah, they had classes.
You know,
it was.
yeah.
It was
Oh
kind
my
of
gosh.
cool.
I just forgot when we were talking about satisfying smackdowns. Maki
Oh,
putting her
yeah.
hands on Naoya.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I forgot about hit that motherfucker 4
Man.
times.
It was
Yes.
it was so funny how fast he became a sensation because his fight sequence that was a meme. Like he looked away.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
dude, that hair, that
oh my God, he
that
went
will go down.
from one
There's
episode
so many
he was
great
that, and the
memes
next
from that
episode
season.
it was like from this
JJK
season
is
alone,
all
yeah.
memes. Like JJK is just become memes.
Great
Like,
It's
memes.
become
Great meme.
because who's the I cannot pronounce his name. I cannot the lawyer, and he's like doing
Higuruma?
this
Yeah,
it's like that whole thing is like a meme now. Like
they have a lot of great.
it's a
like,
true meme though. I think like it's a meme for anybody who's ever been stressed. You
right,
know,
going
like
through anything. It's like
when
this is
you
what-
at your job, you know, and you wait and you're just like, bro, I swear I'm gonna crash out.
Yeah.
no for real.
It's,
Like, I'm about
it's
to
like
crash
the
out, like-
it's like the Ben Affleck meme. It's like when he was the
It was with the
cigarette
cigarette.
meme. That's literally the Ben Affleck meme. Like, he
Like,
was
I'm going
tired of
through it,
Like I gotta.
man. I'm going
Oh god.
Like that man, if you got me sitting fully clothed in a bathtub, like at that point, it made sense. Someone probably gonna die. Like there is,
right,
That's the next step after I get done folding these up.
oh yeah,
right.
I'm folding my clothes and then I'm folding everybody
I'm
else.
folding everybody else.
But I think Higuruma is an interesting one too. I think I think he's kind of tragic in a way, like especially those who worked with like the justice system at all and just watching the
Yeah.
justice system fail.
Yeah.
Like you see that in real life, you know,
Yeah.
you see that in real life. And so it's like when he finally snaps and like awakens his
It's
Yeah.
like
His
everybody
curse
sit back down.
just boom, just hitting, and I'm like,
Right,
oh,
sit
you
back
all
down.
are done.
He's going crazy.
I
Like,
read somewhere that it was like 17,000 hours that he had like worked to train to become like a lawyer.
Yeah.
And,
Oh yeah, and
oh,
like
so he
he's
put-
good.
Right.
no, he was like a
Yeah.
genius. Like the way that they explained it, he was like a like he was a turn away, like he was by himself, but he read. He
Yeah.
read. He was meticulous. He was
Mhm.
all about it. And
Well, he took on
that's
the
why he was so
cases.
good with his powers because he studied his stuff so fast. It was like,
I want him as my lawyer because that
Yo,
lawyer,
Right. Please
you
can represent.
Yo, he
like,
cared.
shouldn't- Like it's and it's, the best part about it is I know for a fact that if like all of a sudden they try to screw my trial over, everyone's getting screwed over.
Everybody
the
gonna
same.
Right. Everybody sitting right
everybody
back
might
down.
get hairs, like but I'll take that. No, I like a lot of their stories. JJK, like it's very, very intrusive, very broken down, and very like it's rare that you kind of get an anime with a narrator.
Mm.
You know, like a really good one that kind of like matters. Like it's like some of them that just talk and don't really say nothing. It's like cool, but like this, the one in JJK, like it kind of it's not even there every episode. It's only there for certain things that
Yeah.
really need to be broken
It's intentional
down.
for
and
sure.
It's really good, man. Like besides,
I love that. Yeah.
yeah, besides Hunter x Hunter, which
Hunter
is
x Hunter was like
the
my favorite,
best
probably.
narrator like anime
I
I've
have
ever
not
seen.
seen
Like
Hunter x Hunter.
the
That was
best,
great,
like.
yeah.
I
Out
need
of
to
that,
see it
like,
still.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think that's like her favorite theme song. So
Oh, Departure! Come
my
on
God,
now,
she
like
loves that.
I'm
theme
like, if
song.
it brings tears to my eyes at any point in time, it's going up top. Like
That was actually going to be a question I was going to ask. Do you ever skip an anime opening? Like,
skip one.
I typically don't. If I know that I'm really liking one,
I feel like we're skipping JJK. I'm
This
like,
one
nope,
this season,
skip it.
I'm not
Skip
really.
it.
It's a rough one, man.
Yeah.
That's a rough
it's
one.
different. That's fair.
I'm not a fan of that, and I'm not a fan of Dan to Dan season 2. I was like,
Why would y'all change?
Why did you change
Why?
it?
I haven't even finished season 1 yet. I still got to keep working on that one.
Man,
They
I-
changed
like,
it in season
they
2,
changed
and
it
I'm
in season
like,
2. Yeah,
why?
let us know what you think about
Right.
that, because like
Okay, yeah, I definitely will,
that
because like I
change
look at
is
like
crazy.
JJK was like pretty kind of a normal one I expected, like for like a typical anime one for like season 1, but season 2 is special.
Yeah,
Just has that dark tone that the Shibuya arc needed.
yeah,
And I think personally, I actually don't mind season 3, and I think it's because season 3 everything just gets really crazy.
it's chaotic.
And I think the music mentions it between the assassination of the Zenin clan, the Sendai colony, which is the next episode, the multiple fights between like Higuruma versus Yuji, Megami versus Reggie-Star. So it just has this chaotic lens of it. It's all going to culminate into some really cool fights coming up with people.
Yuji keeps getting. I'm like, how do you keep getting in fights, bro? He was in fights the whole season, and kind of getting the smackdown.
He's very impatient, but you know what? So is Megami. Like Megami used to be the patient one. Now he's just he's going through a metamorphosis of a sort, and I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure why and what for.
I think it's interesting with Megami because like we know that Megami has the potential to be just ridiculous.
They keep saying it. They keep saying it. We see glimpses. You know.
He has it. You can see it every time he fights. When he and it all comes down to that mindset. When he decides to lock in, he can just go off.
Yeah,
and that's really interesting. Like when
that's
he,
but also that's for him, which is crazy.
That's the mindset.
Said that the first time to him, he was like, "Well, why did you?" And that's the very first season of talking to Megami. So it's like they've always kind of put that into his mind of, "Yo, you are way stronger than what you think." So
well, and that's the same thing with you remember the baseball scene?
Yeah. Where he won it instead of
just bringing it. Yuji does it. Gojo does it. Sukuna would do it. Like they are the type of people that they will just go for it.
Yeah.
When we see when Megami goes for it, it's crazy. I mean, the fact that he was able to fight with him and Reggie-Star, which Reggie-Star is really strong.
Reggie-Star was surprisingly strong. I was like, yo, this dude is a clown. Like, I'm first saying he's a clown. Megami's gonna wipe the floor. And I'm like, wait a minute. This dude, he's throwing ropes at dog.
Like, dude, imagine just like walking around like, why this motherfucker got receipts on him? Like, because you're about to need it. And like
that's crazy.
Just trying to drop a house on him.
Throwing apartments, bro.
Right. All of a sudden, here comes a piano, like his acne
like,
or
bro,
something.
You're a walking Wayfair. Can we get out of here with that?
It's crazy. Like his ability was it's interesting. It's such an interesting ability. That's why I'm so excited for the next episode. I've already finished the manga, but like I'm so excited just for people to see the next episode that we got. Like, what is it? Rio, Rio, or is it Ryo, I think, and in Utah. This is Utah's fight.
Utah's time.
I'm waiting for people to see it. I'm excited for people.
I've been on Utah since the movie, and I'm like, what are they gonna do with my mans? And they keep mentioning him.
He's been asking like
bro,
the
like
whole
this
season.
Man
He's
is
like,
hard, bro. Where you
happen?
cannot give me the first episode. The first episode done masterfully. Like, as far as just everything being brought in, it's still like
he likes it. It just tripped me out. That animation was tripping me out. I'm like, yo, why is it like this all white room?
So
and have this
beautiful.
Red outline. It was messing.
Everything was great.
With Tengen and stuff. Yeah, like
man,
that's the thing too is
and the colors. It's great.
Like Utah is one that there's a reason he was supposed to be the main character. Like, he was originally the main character, and then later on. Yep. Yeah. Well, and I think that was Gege's when he was like that, because Utah, I believe, was the original idea, but then he was like, his story's already done, so like, what the fuck do I do now? And so like he moved over to Yuji, and so we kind of get to see the two main characters going, and fighting. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, for a lot of people, I think like that moment when Yuji's like can't move and realizes like Rika's holding on to him, and I was like, oh,
I don't
dude.
even he doesn't even know what Rika is. I don't even think he still hasn't seen or know. He doesn't even know what he was held to. He still doesn't know his powers.
No.
Like their explanation of Yuta's power, like I knew he was strong, but then when they start saying like, oh yeah, like Gojo has a problem, like wait a minute, he a problem like that.
Yeah, I mean, when he said that his curse energy reserves are more than Gojo's,
man.
Like, and like his ability is, it's just that his ability is so crazy. But it's interesting for him. I did have someone, I think it was in one of my interviews, mention that I think they mentioned that they said Yuta could take on. I think they said he could solo Naruto, and I was like, I looked at him and I was like, on the interview, I'm like, nah, I like Yuta. Don't stop with me.
Which level of Naruto are we talking about? Are we talking about kid level? Are we talking?
I don't want to see Nine Tail versus Yuta. Like if Naruto's tail, the dead fox comes out, even in kid form, Yuta's getting back.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing as the Gojo situation. Like Gojo, he can control, like he has ultimate control over his stuff. He wouldn't really run out. Like you would have a problem there, Yuta. Like honorable mention for butt whoopings though. Nanami beating that the one that had all the 9 lives situation.
Yeah, that's Haruta, I believe.
There you go. There we go. Yes. That was great.
Dude, when you get grabbed by the ponytail, at that point I was like,
beautiful. That was a masterful butt whooping.
For sure. I knew there was one in there.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Nanami, for sure.
Dude, I think honestly, the one that got me was it was Jogo's. I love Jogo's bit. Like I love that bit where he actually does. Yes, is he a curse? Absolutely. Does he care about curses? Yes, he wants them to basically overtake over humans so that they can live freely.
Yeah.
Like he's surprisingly human.
Yeah.
And so like when he loses, when Sukino's like, yeah, if you can land a hit on me, I'll do whatever you want. And then just proceeds to not.
Just mollywop him. And then to have a breakdown of human emotion at the end. And my man he said, what am I feeling right now? He was like, good question. I don't know. And then proceeds for you to leave you smoldering in your own ashes. That's some man.
And then he instantly was like, dude, what the fuck? I'm about to go fight someone right here. Like, we might stay here. Like, I'm about to go make some fucking like anime magic. Man. And then proceeded to go fight Maharaga.
Oh my gosh. That is love that. Love that fight sequence. It's still up there.
It is. It's a really fun. I think that it's those kind of fights that I've learned more now is like I love watching choreography. Like powers are cool, but when you have the choreography behind it, especially in those kind of fights, like I use once again, Mappa is like the best at this.
They really have. They
like,
have
I just hope that they're not terrible to their employees again. But like, I mean,
that's always the vibe that you get from them, right? Like it's always like they're overworked.
If it's coming out really good,
was it last year? Was that last year? 2 years ago, where they got exposed for just like terrible like workplace?
Say that was 2 years ago, but it might have been last year.
Yeah. But they have since changed them. I heard that they're working on it. Is what they say is better working conditions, and I'm like, I hope so, because even for us, like I touched on that in one of the news. It's like we work in film, so like we know what it is to like. It's 24/7. There's not like set hours when it comes to production, and they will work you straight into the ground. Because they know that
they're doing multiple,
and they're doing
they're not doing just the one production. They're doing like 5, and they're all amazingly beautiful. Like I would love to work in multiple animators for it. They're all got to be doing the same stuff.
Like, like I would love to work in that like anime. Like I've always wanted to see what it was like to work in film. It's so weird. I had a dude who I was working with. This is I don't know. They're crazy enough. was back when I used to live down. Used to live down near Milwaukee,
Okay.
and I worked over in Madison, and there was a dude that I worked with that overnights were working, and he used to work in film. And like he was telling me about like how the lights set up. He was telling me about like how it would go from sets to sets, and it was crazy. And it was also what's really interesting is I actually, when I worked at GameStop, I worked with another dude. His name was, their names were Jared, which was kind of weird. But like two people, both named Jared, both worked in the film industry. One was a screen editor.
Okay.
And he did screen editing for like the Rings of Power and stuff like that. And like, yeah, it was crazy. Like, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, I want to get into it because I love screenwriting. I use screenwriting. It's a fun way for me to get my own stories out. And I think it's like the whole notion of just working with film and all that is just such an interesting thing because I think it's such like a unique profession maybe from like an outsider's perspective.
It's
it's definitely
I was gonna say unique. It's just like the belly words I can figure out.
Well, it is because it's rewarding at the end of the day when you get to see the product that you worked on and you see it air and you're like, oh, I was a part of that process. But it is grueling and it's one of those things that like it'll really show like if you have the passion for this or if you really like if this is something that you truly want to do because it will test you like between the long hours. I would have to say that's probably the biggest thing is the long hours. The short turnaround time. Force calls, the company moves, so it's like we're here and then we're gonna move like an hour away and shoot some more stuff over here. So it can be grueling, but it also can be very rewarding when it's all said and done.
I would say like it is something to want to do something, do it, see it in its whole completion, and then see what people think about what you've done. That whole process of that is the precipice of what felt like it's make believe. Like you're just making make believe. Like it's really just what that is. So it's really cool to be able to create something as intricate as anime, as intricate as a whole world. Have people understand it as much as you would want them to, and then it become this fandom at the end of it. It's definitely a good feeling to be able to do that. But it is equally as if you want this, you're gonna have to.
and I highly recommend it. If that's something that's passionate for anybody, for you, for anybody that's interested and would love to work in film, I say go for it because that's really what it's about too. It's that determination that will continue to keep you going in the industry.
That's why Ryan is so important. Like, because he kind of shows you like you don't fit in a box and it don't matter. Like just how he talks differently from everybody else that you can think of. And nobody gives him any flack for it because he is just who he is.
That's fair.
He's fine in that, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
I love that though too, and I think that's it's super important for people. Like, I think a lot of people right now, a lot of people are looking for passion in something.
Because everything feels artificial.
We live in a society that does not value passion. It values the result of your passion, but it does not get the passion itself.
Exactly.
Less. And so I think when people are able to find something that they can and be able to show it to the world, such as anime, such as video games, whatever, it hits so much more. And I think it's cool to see the effect of, like you mentioned, the effect of your work and knowing that someone's going to watch that and be like, that's so awesome, and then to keep going from that. I think that's just an amazing thing.
It is, for sure.
It really is.
It is very rewarding.
It's gotta be. I mean, and then, I think when it comes to we mentioned with animation, because I think animation is tough. Like, I don't think people realize like those like anime. Like, I look at some
stop motion.
Oh my god, stop motion! Like, I would have gave up like 30 seconds in. Like, when it comes to stop motion, like I'm like, oh hell no. but like they also deliver, at least in my opinion, some of the most interesting, just some of the greatest movies and just productions we've ever had has been in stop motion.
Yeah.
Tim Burton, was worked heavily with that, with stop motion.
Yeah.
The Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, Coraline.
Yes.
Coraline was amazing.
Coraline is amazing. You see it. I honestly, I love it for Robot Chicken. I'm not gonna lie to you. Robot Chicken is
Robot Chicken. Cool.
They do. They just crack me up.
Yeah.
It was something as simple. I would say simple, but like something as intricate as stop motion. That's why I loved South of Midnight, because it gave me a feeling a little bit of stop motion in some of its cutscenes. If you ever played, I don't know if you've ever played that game.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was really good, and so like anytime I get a chance to witness that, I'm just like,
it's really good. Yeah. I mean, those are the. But see, you used to kind of get those, back in the day in like old movies like Beetlejuice and stuff like that. You kind of had like the force perspective, and everything was big over here, small down there, had miniature cars and stuff like that. You kind of,
and even stop motion in there too.
Yeah, it was a lot of that, was a lot of the monsters, the worm and stuff like that. So it's like you kind of had a lot of that back then, but it's like now everything is just so digital.
Yeah.
You're losing a lot. Like even just in sets now, like when I first started, we had film. Like we were shooting in film. We're not shooting film. Everything is
digital, super digital.
Everything is digital. So now it's
convenience.
It's convenient, but it sucks because it's almost like you don't have the same oomph for each shot that you should have, because film is so expensive and you can't waste film. So it's like you're doing this shot. The shot has to be great. It has to be. There's no choice of it. Right. And then you're doing digital. You can just leave the camera running. They literally just leave the camera running. Like, okay, cool, we're gonna run it again. The camera's still running. Everybody's walking through it. Like, oh, we're gonna fix this, fix that, fix this, fix. Like, where's the? It's not the same. It's not the. It's so much.
That's fair.
It's so different, and so I kind of like the old school vibe. I mean, that's why I kind of like Sinners so much, was just because like they kind of went back to the old school vibe.
I was gonna say Sinners, yeah.
That's why you got the look of it, and that's why it was just this big, like they kind of went back to basics, and it was great. Like now it's
man, Sinners is so good. Sinners is so good. I mean, really, and like, I always say I think of the I Lied to You, the song, and like everything around it, and just like the way that they were able to incorporate not only just multiple different styles of like music and dance and everything in there, but just it all felt, like you mentioned, it all felt like a shoot, and I think that's what made it feel so awesome. Another one that I really liked that way was 1917.
Oh my God.
And the way that they shot the one shot, and that was so much fun to watch, and it was so intense too.
Great.
And I was like, I tell them, like, if you want, and I think that's also a little bit what, when it comes to movies, people are looking for those. They're looking for that unique cinematic experience. I think Atomic Blonde, I thought, did something similar.
Oh my God, I love like that is such a slept on. Like just from the soundtrack along with the choreography and everything else, that was great. Like 1917, it was another scene in 1917 where he was in that village and the flares kept. You know how they did that? Like literally just had like flares on a string that they they just pushed it back and forth, and that was the only thing lighting the set during that.
That's crazy.
And so that's why it was just so many hard shadows and all of that stuff, because that was the only thing going on. That
one was great.
That whole scene too, like when he's going into that house, and then as soon as he walks in, boom, the shot goes off. And like I was just like, oh my God, like it was such an intense movie. And I think that, I think a lot of people are looking for those. They're looking for that rare cinematic experience. I get some of those. I'm not gonna lie. I get some of those with horror movies. I think horror movies do that.
Horror movies always step out on a limb more because they kind of have to, just to bring eyes to it. Like they kind of have to be, grueling and whatever, just to kind of bring the eyes to it. So that it's like a built-in factor of how you have to shoot it, which I appreciate, just because, bring it on.
Yeah, and I want to see. I haven't seen Weapons yet. Like, it's on HBO, and I've been meaning to go do it. I just keep putting it off because, like, yeah, I'm terrible. I'm also starting to watch Peacemaker as well, like Peacemaker season 2. So like I was like, I'm gonna watch Weapons, and I'm like, oh, Peacemaker. It's like,
right.
like, yeah. And so like, but when I watched him. I went to the movies to go watch him.
Okay.
And you know what?
What was your honest take on him?
I like what they were going for. The movies, okay. The movies all right. Like I definitely some positive, but like for someone who's played football and like played sports through and like watches the stuff that goes on inside that industry, I think it's honestly really important for that reason to highlight those the intricacies of even like the fact that they introduce colorism, the fact of like how they basically own you when it comes to these kind of games. The way of how the GOAT works, was most people don't call themselves the GOAT. There's only, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like until you get 7 Super Bowl rings, you ain't calling yourself the GOAT. You know, the way, I mean, the one that I wish they would have touched on more was how media portrays them, because we saw that a lot. Like I said, I'm a big NFL fan, so we saw that a lot with Lamar Jackson and how they talked about him over and over.
Yeah, like it's a lot of
and like I wish there's some things that I wish they would have done differently in those talks. But I know at the same time, you still have to make a horror movie. Yeah. So like as a horror movie, I didn't really get that. Oh, I'll say it, the performances were good. I still think they did a good job. Marlon Wayans as Isaiah White,
he did amazing.
You know, I can't think of the other guy who plays Cameron Cade. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. But I think he did good too. I think it was just really hard because Marlon Wayans just kind of knocked it out of the park with this one. So it felt like at times he was trying to keep up.
Yeah. But like even in his interviews, he was like, you kind of got that sense of it. Like whenever they were talking, like it was them two together, and it's just, you know, Marlon's he's a Wayne. He's just,
but he can also go there. He's always been comical. Yeah. But if you watch Requiem for a Dream,
oh no, he's serious.
He can go there.
He's serious.
And so when I saw,
I think he's been waiting for that. He's been waiting for that moment where he can go there.
He has, for sure.
You know, and so like, and I liked that. Like overall, I liked it. Like I think I walked out of there first one being like, I don't know what I just watched. So I had to sit there and think about it for a little bit. But I did walk out of there being like, yes, as a movie, it's okay. But as what they're trying to talk about, I'm totally fine with.
Yeah. And I think I was happy about where they were going. I wish that they would have finished it.
Yes.
Like they didn't finish.
They didn't know how to have an ending. They didn't have an ending either. They had like 3 different endings. Like you could tell they didn't know where they wanted to go with it. And I think what really hurt them was they kept bringing up Jordan Peele. They kept bringing up Jordan Peele, and
so we had an expectation of a Jordan Peele vibe, and as soon as you don't get it, it's like, well, what the hell is this?
Right.
Honestly, what's kind of funny is they did the same thing with the game High Guard. So they literally did the same thing with it, but in movie form. You can't sure it's Jordan Peele's production company, but it wasn't Jordan Peele,
right?
You know, and so that part kind of bothered me a little bit, where it was like, dude, like if you're gonna let this dude direct, let him direct, let them know that it's not the same thing.
Yeah, let it be his though.
And I don't like when they do that. I don't like when they do that all the time, because it's like it's very difficult. It's like imagine if like Smile I think was a pretty good movie. But like they're like, oh, this is from the makers of blah. Like honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, most people don't give a fuck.
I don't care.
Right.
Like they don't care unless it's specific people they know off the top of their heads. Because like when Tim Burton has developed his own style, so it's like when you expect something from a Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
Right. You know what to expect for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I could be wrong, but it's just like, when it comes to like a Jordan Peele, you expect something. You have this kind of expectation that's going to touch on usually some sort of thing when it comes to race or something like that. When it comes to a Jordan Peele movie. Yeah. And while it did, yes, this wasn't Jordan Peele. He probably would have went off in maybe a different direction. Who fucking knows? He produced it.
Like
he didn't
directly would have.
Yeah, I feel like it would have moved differently.
Yeah, I mean, the crowds care more about productions more so than directors and stuff like that, because they're more well known. You can kind of connect Warner Brothers to something more so than you know what I mean. Like it's just bigger. You've seen it. That's what people see.
Right.
It's only now that people are starting to read, the credits and stuff like that to kind of understand, like, oh shit, it's a lot of departments here. Like, oh, this,
Yes.
now it's getting to that point. But I mean, you kind of already know, like Rat Pack and Bloomhouse and A24.
Oh my god, yeah. I always talk about. I was like, I laugh at because I'm like A24 and Blumhouse are I'm not taking this in any dig to them, but A24 and Blumhouse are the Twilight Zone and Tales of the Crypt of this generation.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah,
like you go
I love A24.
Yeah, I do too. But you go to A24 for like some sort of like deep psychological something that's gonna like stick with you for the long time. You go to Blumhouse for that greasy burger that's just a good time.
Yeah, it's like you kind of know what to expect. It's like, all right.
Like they come in and you're like, okay, what do I get from Blumhouse, right? I get Happy Death Day, right?
Yeah,
I get, there's a new one, I swear, coming out that I can't think of what it is. I think it was Slanted. They just made. It just showed up on my they made Truth or Dare.
Yeah,
you don't. I'm not going. They made Fantasy Island, I believe. I'm not going there for some like deep psychological course. Like, I'll never expect. This doesn't sound mean. I know. I'm not trying to. I'm not going to expect a Hereditary style movie from Blumhouse.
No.
Right? No, seriously. Like, and I feel like that's part of A24's brand, compounded with their cinematic shots and their lighting and everything else that makes A24 great.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always on a deeper level when it comes to them, like Hereditary, The Witch, Midsummer. Even they have this movie coming out, Undertone, and I'm like,
I am so stoked to watch Undertone. I'm really excited to watch that one. I'm a sucker for horror movies. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I want.
We need good ones, man. It's been a run of some bad ones recently. Yep.
I think honestly, part of me also, it's the bringing back of like these older horror movies, which just aren't really scary to this kind of audience anymore. Yeah. I've noticed like I get more of a fear of like a thrill of the fear from literally like a horror stories that I listen to on YouTube than I do from some of these productions. I was listening to one of what was called Don't Work at a Half Price Voodoo Shop. And that one got me a lot more than any of the ones I've watched, like I said, typically recently has.
Yeah,
really.
And was it awesome? It was a 2-hour listen, and I loved this. There's actually it's a two-parter, but like it was really interesting. And I thought like it was in depth. It was really thought out. Like it was just super good. I'll send you the link to it. Like that shit. It ties in because it also ties into a fear of mine. I have a fear of I have a fear of puppets. I've always had a fear of puppets ever since I was a kid. Okay. But I learned the reason why, like fear of puppets and small soldiers scared the shit out of me.
Small soldiers? No way.
Dude, that scene where they're making the Barbie dolls into soldiers? That scene scared the fuck out of me. But like I think
you see Dead Silence?
Yeah, that one didn't scare me as much as Small Soldiers did.
You're right. I thought it was bad. I tried to take it back.
Like,
and you're like, did you open this, fam?
I saw that one, and then like the whole time, like I was watching, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. I'm in fear of like the puppet thing, but like, if you don't scream, then you don't. I was like, cool. So if I go, is that a scream? Because if that's not a scream, then like, okay, then I'm good.
Right. She's not coming.
Yeah. Like, but also like I mean. Look at this skin tone. I'm dipping so fucking fast. Like as soon as they're like, "Hey, we're gonna stop at this place," no. You told me we were gonna go stop at Wendy's. Why the fuck are we at this house? Like,
I want a Frosty. What we doing?
I was joking. I made a joke about the fact that I was talking with a couple of friends about. I want like another similar to like a Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, where like I want the horror movie from the perspective of the killer. And so, like, going from like this whole role of like them, like, let's say they get all these people, like a bunch of college kids, because it's always a bunch of college kids, and they drive up, right? And they drive up to this like house, like, oh yeah, this house was run by blah 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 serial killer, and like you're starting with the guy who's just going through. You never actually get to see his face because his face is always covered with a mask.
Yeah,
right.
And like, so he's just doing normal stuff, blah blah blah, and he walks up and he's like, fucking college kid. They're not gonna leave. They're not gonna leave. And so like he looks up and he's like, all right, you know, and so they start like fucking going around, you know, like messing with his shit. And he's just like, he just sits and he's like, bro, I'm getting pissed. Like, get the fuck out of here, you know? And then like, we're gonna go inside the house, and he's like, they do something. Let's say there's like a gravestone or something, and they kick the gravestone, and it's like, oh fuck no. And so he starts looking, you know, he starts looking at all of them. He looks at me, he's like, all right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a black one. I'm gonna have to do it. Like I'm gonna have to do it. And so like I saw like this funny scene where they send the black guy in. And like the black guy comes in, he comes in the rock, he gets like captured, right? Doesn't actually get murked right away. So he gets put down in this basement. The black guy's screaming, freaking out, and he's like, "Dude, shut the fuck up!" Like he's like, "I don't want to kill you, but I'm going to if you don't stop screaming." And like he's like, "You're gonna," you know, he's like, "I don't know," you know, he starts freaking out and stuff. And the guy like starts to leave, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, that girl that you were with is like fucking this other dude." And so the black guy halfway through, he's just like, "Wait, what?" He's like, yeah, dude's like, I don't know, like they were talking mad shit about you, bro. Like and so like that's the whole conversation between them. So that at that point he's like, no, fuck that. He's like, yeah, they were actually gonna send you in for the whole sacrifice thing. Like I was watching the whole thing. They were putting salt on the ground and everything. Like I saved you at this point. And so the villains in there are actually the college kids who were going to send him off, try to sacrifice them for this like religious cult thing. And so he's actually like, no, he's like, can I take them out? He's like, oh fuck yeah. Like, oh, and so like I just see like the killer goes upstairs. He goes upstairs. He turns around. And he's like, so like, can I get you something? Like I mean, like you're probably gonna be stuck down here for a while. So like, do you want anything? Like, do you want a Pepsi? I got some Pepsi. Like, you know, he's like
very thoughtful,
right?
So I just feel like I want like a horror comedy like that. I think that would be funny because like I said, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil is a hilarious movie.
It is, yeah.
And I love that concept of just a villain, this serial killer who's like, oh yeah, he's like, I'm totally a serial killer. He's like, I'm a serial killer, but I'm not a bad guy.
I need you to write that. I need you.
I've been trying to write something like that, and it's been a little hit or miss, but it's been a lot of fun. I got some projects, I guess, to work on when I'm not doing everything else. But yeah,
we always started as a short film because that is how, and this is what I love and appreciate about Saw. The Saw movies, it started off as Lee Whannell and God, I am forgetting his name.
Oh wow, that's your man.
Oh my, James Wan, Lee Whannell and James Wan. They were in college together, and they're like, let's make this horror short, and they made like a 5-minute short film, and it was Saw. It was the first Saw pretty much, and they're like, you need to make this into like an actual horror movie, and that's where the first Saw came from. And now we have like 10 other ones and another one on the way.
Yeah. That James
another one, and James Wan's coming back to it. So I'm like, ooh, is it gonna be really good now and not cheesy like it's been since like?
Yeah, look at your face.
That's I know. Now we have a dilemma because how am I supposed to be like? How are you supposed to give me my member berries if you don't fucking leave? Like, right. Exactly. Like that's why when they brought back, I remember what was it, 2010 when they brought back Nightmare on Elm Street, right?
Yeah,
and like,
I don't like it.
You know, I didn't either. It you know, and I'll never say it's one of the highlights was actually Jackie Earle Haley as Freddy Krueger. I'm actually totally down with it.
He's creepy.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he's great. But I think my biggest issue with it was one, maybe this is just me. I want ambiguity in did Freddy actually do the things they did?
Yeah.
Right. Because there's something about the fact of like they went straight into like, oh no, he like totally like diddled kids and now he's coming back. And I'm like, yo, no. Like, how the fuck you get to come back after like you weren't harmed? You harmed someone else. Like
right. Yeah.
You know? So I'm like, give some ambiguity in it. Where like there's something that maybe the people in the town thought he did something.
Right.
So like maybe he, you know what I mean? Go back into those. I liked, even though I don't think it was a great movie, I liked how they did oh my god, it's Tony Todd's Candyman, yeah. And I kind of like that where it's like there's almost like Candyman will always continue with someone else.
With somebody, yeah. But I needed to see Tony Todd.
Yeah,
I didn't need to see him for 2 seconds at the end. I needed him throughout that whole thing because that
you can't just show him in like like a reflection, and that's it. Like that. No.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I want to see. Like, I want to see him.
His
like,
last role was Venom too, and like
Yeah.
and it's always so sad. Like it's like, damn, like that's the last role you guys gave this man. I mean, granted, Venom's cool, but like we couldn't even get to see him in like one more time. Like I feel the same way.
It might have been just because of how his health was and stuff. Because even in Final Destination, he was so small. He was
very small.
And that monologue, skinny. Like they're like, yo, it was really like off script, speak from the heart, like final words to like people. So that got me.
Yeah. Well, Tony Todd in Final Destination, he's deaf, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, like that's fair.
It's like, but still, I'm like, I appreciated that so much because that was the first horror movie that I saw as a child was Candyman. When my older cousins was like, "Hey, come watch this movie," and I'm like 3 years old, and I'm like, "Oh, a black man killing black people." I'm scared. I'm really scared. I was scared of mirrors for a long time because of that, but I've come to appreciate
that was the thing growing up, like the whole mirror, don't say it in the mirror.
Right.
Like, that was the thing back then.
How many times did people walk up and they're saying Candyman, they're like,
I'm not going. Right. Like, I'm not going. My cousins did it too. They were like, after that, they're like, we're going to the bathroom. I'm like, no. I'm like crying. I'm like, Grandma.
Literally turning off the light and like you're pranking like the little siblings. Like you'll say it twice and then like run out the door real quick. Like,
right. Well, and that's the thing. Like I can imagine after they said it, like was it five times? Was it 3 times? 5 times?
Is it 3 times?
Is it 5 times? It's 5.
Wow.
Yeah, and like so they say it like 5 times, right? And then you got like Candyman looking like Higuruma being like,
right. I gotta hurt these kids now. Like, no.
Well, I mean, it could be worse when you start saying Biggie Smalls and like he comes back.
I mean,
that South Park episode always got me.
That's like, look, bringing that back to JoJo was so funny because of that. Like all the villains were named after artists. Like
all the villains. The stands are named after bands, music, all that stuff.
Yeah, I always thought that was cool. Like Killer Queen, Vanilla Ice, Sex Pistols, Biggie Smalls. Like, and then we're talking ending themes. I'm like, I know I don't hear Jodeci right now.
JoJo's Part 5 was just one of those where you're like, I gotta hurry this one up because if my mom comes back, she's gonna be like, what the fuck you listening to?
You watching?
What I loved also with JoJo's is how they always at the end they always mess with their openings.
Yes. Okay. I was
that.
skipping them for a while, and then I noticed I was like, oh, they're changing them every time, and now it's like this whole. Oh my gosh.
So like the last parts, usually right before either after reveal or some sort of boss fight, part 3's does it where like during the end, all of a sudden he just stops. Time stops.
Yeah, I was like,
and so like part 4 does it where time reverses. Part 5, I believe, does it as well.
Yeah, they all. I feel like they all do it. Yeah.
Yeah, part 6 does it too, and it's really fun to watch because they always mess with it in some way. So I'm really excited for part 7. No spoilers, but I'm excited for when. But I'm like, also part 7 gave me one of my personal favorite non-JoJo characters in Poco Loco, and like. I love Poco Loco. Like Poco Loco is like I'm like I can relate. Like Poco Loco just does everything on his own time. He just
I have my
life
own
just I want my life
own
like,
rules.
Yeah, my life could be like Poco Loco's. Like Poco Loco is just like the one that just damn, okay, yeah, no.
It's a reminder, I have free will. I'll
sleep when I want to. Like, yeah, and it's just like he's so lucky when he goes like through the trees, he gets hit by the tree and then gets dragged by the horse and gets back on the horse and he's still in the race. Like,
right.
And you're just like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like,
please convince him to please get on and get caught up.
It's not that then you need to get caught up. Like the thing is and I always say watch it in subbed, and the reason why I say watch it in subbed because I love the fact of the non-localization. So I love hearing the bands the bands or the songs.
Because they were like, I think Sex Pistols was like Sex Bullets in
Sex Pistols, like I think like was it King Crimson was Emperor Crimson. But they don't have the same kick when you hear that band name. You know,
Yeah.
like Deadly Queen doesn't sound as awesome as like Killer Queen. Like I'm just like, okay, yeah, like that's
Killer Queen. Yeah.
Killer Queen.
It was yeah. And then even oh my gosh, the lick little.
I love like the thing about JoJo's is one of those where it just does stuff.
It does.
Like
truly, I'm like, now why is this called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? And I'm like, yeah, because they do stuff like this, because y'all doing this.
Shit just happens. Like, and that's what I love about the show is like it can tell a story and then partway through. And I love the designs of the characters. I've always said like if people rip on like the style of the characters, I'm like, y'all just insecure. Because I'm like, Part 5 has these dudes in some of the wildest outfits that I believe some of them are partially designed by actual like fashion designers and stuff like that. He just takes the concepts of them. But I'm like, these are some of the most manly motherfuckers. You will not. Like, you are not. Right. So someone comes up and is like, I'm going to go fight. I would fight Giorno. I'm like, okay, you'd lose.
You lose.
Like, Giorno is the type that he will go boom, boom, and then he will just move on with his life.
Yeah, I definitely agree that the outfits were top tier. Probably say Bucciarati is my favorite. I'm like, I need that. I need that outfit. Bucciarati. I need his outfit.
Bucciarati. Megan Thee Stallion went as Bucciarati.
She did. She wore it at the award show. I'm like, girl, how did you get that?
Yeah,
like, Megan Thee Stallion, so she probably had it. Like
everyone else was like, why is she wearing that? And like all the JoJo fans are like, arrivederci. And I loved it. I thought and that's also the thing I love too is the fact of I touched about this in my last podcast as well is the fact of seeing people who are not just like, you know, general population and stuff, but like you're seeing sports players, you know, Noah Miles was doing like hand sign. He did Gojo's domain expansion, you know, Michael B. Jordan's talked about how he's into it. Megan Thee Stallion, Henry Cavill talking about his love for Warhammer 40K. Like these people all have like, you know, the nerd space itself has been extending for so long, and it's people that are like, no, they would never watch that. No, Michael B. Jordan literally talks about how much he used to watch. I think it was Naruto. He used to watch all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a lot. It's just a lot of us growing up.
Yeah,
basically.
And I think it's like it's being comfortable about talking about it, because it's like in high school, no, you were the white black girl, the weird one, hanging around all the weird anime kids. But now it's like I'm in a space where it's like it's comfortable to talk about it, and now it's cool, and it's like, oh well, this is stuff that I've always loved. Yeah. I'm glad that you guys love it now. But
think about Ash Ketchum made national news when he wins the championship. That made on Good Morning America. Because those people were the ones who watched it, so they were like, "Yeah, he made it." Like that, like
he's such a long time coming.
Like, it was like a whole thing,
20 years, 30 years. I'm like
the people who are like, "Oh, I don't know, like why is this news?" I'm like, because it's news to us. Like even the people who are probably sitting there doing the Good Morning America stuff, they watched it when they were kids. Like seeing him win finally, I'm like, dude, we like the world came together for like a fictional character. When Akira Toriyama passed away, well, I think they said I'm just like stopped for like a day.
Yeah.
Like I remember if it was, I think they said something about the cartel just like it was like stopped, like nothing happened. Like that one day nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like
that's how impactful
the amount of influence. It's insane.
That's crazy.
And that's why
I love it though, and I hope that we continue to, you know, see that and see more acceptance and just see how much anime influences the culture, because it's starting. I'm starting to see it right now. Like we're all starting to see it, but I want to see where it goes as far as its full. I mean, it's full impact.
It's already in the stratosphere. K-pop then won 2.
I know Oscar winning.
I mean,
Oscar winning.
It can't. I don't see it going any. Like
I think we're just seeing the start of
it. Yeah, like
it's going to stratosphere
go
for sure.
Nuts. But what I do hope is that it doesn't get oversaturated with
like isekais.
Yeah.
Or lose its meaning, because it's like this was something that you know, even though people resonate with it, it was a lot of the nerdy ones, that
I think
had anime as
I don't
their
think it'll go away though. I think certain things like we were seeing like, for example, like shonens, for example, because shonens are I would say the most common. At least I would believe it's probably the most common, and we see different kinds of shonens all the time.
Mhm.
We are seeing whether it's like I said, Naruto, One Piece, then you move over to something like Full Metal. You later on you have like My Hero, Jujutsu Kaisen. Now it's like Dandadan, Gachi Yakuta, like these animes are all, yes, they're all in the same genre bit, where it's like one genre, but they're all telling different stories. You get different kind of isekais all the time. Some of them you have to go and find, but you know what? It also calls you to do a little bit of digging, and with every explosive solo leveling, Jujutsu Kaisen, you get a slow one like Frieren that makes that changes the game up and like makes you have to slow down for a little bit. And I love those. I mean, I encourage people to always to branch out and stuff from when you get sick of it. We my wife and I watched Violet Evergarden, and we watched and we watched it. It was one of the episodes like made me fucking cry. Like I was crying at the end of it. And like we watched The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. I try to find ones because she's more like loves the more slice of life ones.
Yeah.
That one got her a lot too. And like now I'm watching I tried watching, like I watched Odd Taxi. I started like branching out into ones, and I tell people like, as you get older, branch out into different ones, because you'll see them and they change as you age. Your look on anime changes. Like I love my own fight scene stuff like that, but I'm not gonna lie, like that doesn't satisfy me anymore. I want to see like sometimes like this deeper storytelling or slower paced stories. Like right now I'm watching. I started watching Beastars, and
how is that? How is that?
I'm on episode like no, I'm further than episode 4. I don't remember what episode I'm on, like maybe like 7. But like I'm sitting here and I'm like, I enjoy it. It's like older Zootopia, to be honest. But like it is, like, but it's interesting because and like I love Legoshi. I love Legoshi. The main character, the wolf. Like I love Haru, which is the smaller rabbit, who's like kind of the next other main character in there. It's been like I love these characters. I've been watching, like I've been enjoying it so far. I felt the only reason I fell off of it is because I started. You ever get into that role where you start watching one, then you start watching another, and you start watching another, then I lose track. Yeah,
that's kind of what happened to us. Like we got into one, and then another one dropped, and another one dropped, and it's like we haven't finished any of them.
Well, I think during that time, I think it was Bleach actually that stopped me from watching Beastars, because it was like, oh, Bleach is on? Okay, cool. Like, because I've been loving the 1,000-Year Blood War.
Yeah.
I mean, Invincible just came back, so that made me drop everything.
That too.
I have not seen Invincible.
Oh my gosh,
Invincible's great.
Oh my gosh.
But I have been watching. I'm excited for The Boys to finish The Boys season off though.
Same. I cannot wait for The Boys.
I think everybody's waiting for Homelander to get like his comeuppance.
You want to talk about somebody who needs a butt whooping?
Satisfying.
That probably would be one of the top ones.
I did hear that apparently Anthony Starr has interest to play as Albert Wesker, and I was like, "There's no one else. I can't see anybody else."
Yeah. No, you got to go through with it now.
Yeah,
I heard that Homelander's dad is getting a spinoff too from.
I
cannot forget Jensen.
Yeah, Jensen Ackles' his character. Soldier Boy's getting one. Yeah.
Yeah, Soldier Boy. Yeah,
Soldier
he
Boy.
is definitely getting. I'm like, I'm there. Supernatural. Like that's so. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like the Thurston made its way around when it came to Soldier Boy, but I think a lot of them were actually Supernatural fans.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a nice surprise because I was watching it before that, but when he appeared, I was like, oh, what?
Mm-hmm. Nah, that's what's like. So I think he was so good as it, and it also kind of made to me a little bit more sense. So like people like well, why is he like that? I'm like, because what if you were a racist, like a racist bigot, and you found out about all this other stuff that's going on in the world now, you think you're all of a sudden going to change? Nah, he more Captain America than Captain America.
Yeah,
Right. Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
but I got 2 more questions for you both. I always appreciate you being here. I really do.
Thank you.
No,
this has been amazing.
This is
this
great
is
talk
fun.
for sure.
I've been loving it. And my questions, one is, where can everybody in here find you?
Everywhere. We are everywhere on all social medias, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You can find us at TheBlackJaegerists. So our little tag thing there. Is it there? You just follow us there. You type in TheBlackJaegerists. We are more than likely to pop up because I don't know. On all social media, TheBlackJaegerists, and that is definitely where we will be at.
I got that up on all social media for everybody to know. So make sure to go leave a follow everywhere. I actually have 2 more questions. I actually thought of one. The second one is, why the TheBlackJaegerists?
Oh man, you give yours first.
I think TheBlackJaegerists for us, I think we chose it because Attack on Titan was such an impactful anime for both of us, and it resonated with us in a way that was, I feel like it was almost life-changing in certain ways, like not just watching it, but like in our personal life too. And I think it'll always hold a special meaning in our hearts, but also be one of our favorite animes. It's gonna always be in top 3 just because it was so beautifully presented. And I think with that, it was like, when we were coming up with a name, I'm like, what is, we wanted to keep it anime. We're going through names, and I'm like, we really loved Attack on Titan, and then I was like, you know what?
I was on Aaron's side all the way,
and he was on Aaron's side,
and so I was a Jaegerist through and through. I don't care. Stomp the world.
And we also do believe, and I'm like, sometimes you gotta take everybody out.
She was on it. I mean, I don't know.
Like, you don't have to take everybody, but
she was like, you didn't have to do everybody. But I was like, forget it, bro. Like his whole world was that little village. So that's all he knows.
Yeah, and even as
no, go ahead.
Even as circle back around is like somebody actually like, and I didn't realize it like correlated. Somebody was like, "Is your name Marley because you guys are the TheBlackJaegerists?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, no! Marley came first." But now it's like it has even more meaning because
that's awesome.
Marley TheBlackJaegerists. So I'm like, now I'm even more tied to it.
Yeah, I think that was the anime that we think we started watching together like first.
Yeah,
I think that was like our first one.
And he introduced me. He was like, "You gotta see this. It's so crazy."
I got introduced to Attack on Titan when the female Titan episode was my introduction to it. So I had to go back and then catch up to that. So it was a huge thing as far as that goes. So it was a very, just as far as story goes, how deep it was, just the correlations between, like, you felt like the Eldians were just black people anyway. It was just like a story about black people. Sure. And like it was just like this huge, bigger than life, like just story that was just in this little cartoon. It was very deep, very deep. I think that was the reason why we were able to, because we had like other ones that we liked together. Like it was like Yu was good. And,
love you.
Like Hunter x Hunter was great.
Hunter for sure.
Like we have like ones that we liked together, but that one kind of just left a stain.
It did.
Like so much so, just as far as like how it hit it and everything else. So.
Makes sense. Like I'll have to say, like it is such an iconic show. I mean, it's one of those shows where I feel like people can go back and just the ride is insane.
It's
something else.
It's crazy.
It is. And I guess my final question is, I say this one, I've been pretty good at saying this one at the end. What does nerd culture mean to you?
That is a good one.
That is a great question.
You want to first?
Here we go.
I need some time. to think about it.
Nerd culture. It's an interesting fact because you're basing it off of your understanding of what you think it is, right? So it could be like the Revenge of the Nerd situation of the movies where it's these groups of people that kind of go and do that, but it's really just a collective of all shapes and sizes. Like I wasn't a nerd. Like I played basketball and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I was the sports kid that watched the same stuff as everybody else did, like just the same thing as the geeks and everything else and all of these other people. Like so it wasn't just like a certain person that could be considered a nerd. I think everybody can be a nerd. It's just how deep are you into that more so that could connect to other people.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I just feel like it got a bad rap just because back in the day, just because it was
Like
correlated to
connotation.
it was correlated to like gothic kids and all of these other different forms. Like it kind of like got a weird vibe to it, but only to realize that you do have the Megs, the Michaels, the regular people, just anybody,
right?
Like that actually is in the same thing. Just nobody really said anything. So. All in all, I think nerd culture is just an acceptance of free will amongst your thought processes of what you choose to accept as your reality of creativity and freedoms that you like. That's literally, it's like science. Like you just it's different types of scientists that still fit in the same science role. It's just that you're just a biologist. And,
right.
You're like, so it's, I feel like nerd culture is, if we're not fighting each other, it's just a collective group of people that like the same thing, just differently.
That's fair.
I think nerd culture for me is just that community of people that say, hey, I'm different. And I like things that are not just surface, but intriguing and informational and educational, but also just different. I was on the opposite side, so I've been a nerd through and through. And at first I was made fun of it, but by the time I reached 18, I was embracing it. I was embracing everything that was different about myself and appreciating those parts of me, because that is what made me is all of these things that were considered, nerdy and, weird or whatever. And it's like, it's something that I like. So I think it is a collection of people who have embraced themselves no matter what it looks like. And I love that. Again, it's getting to a place where it's more accepted and more celebrated. And I don't think that'll ever change. It's like, I always tried to fight that growing up of being just awkward and different, but now I'm like, I'm riding the wave of it, because it's like that is who I am, and I appreciate all these different animes that were here that always taught me it's okay to be different and embrace who you are and enjoy yourself. And so yeah.
Love
I feel like that's what nerd culture is for me.
I definitely agree. One day I'll say what it means to me, but I've always
okay, all right.
I've never done it for myself. What it means. Holy shit! I just realized that. Huh?
Right, because it's something to think about. It's like that's definitely like an introspective question.
Yeah.
Like
it's a deeper question than you would think.
It is deeper than you would initially think. But yeah, I think it's definitely it's something communal, and it's something
it's definitely a village
that just allows you to be you.
Yeah.
All these nerds.
Yeah.
And proud of it, man. And proud of it.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate both y'all being here. I really do. This has been I've been loving this. Absolutely great time.
I know.
Well,
We'll
thank
have to
you
do
for
this
having
again
us.
sometime.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Absolutely. I want to do one towards the end of the year. Another one with like bringing a bunch of people creators together for it as well.
Yeah, no, let us know for sure.
But for everybody else who y'all know, you can catch me on Twitch and YouTube because that's how you watching this shit. Make sure to leave a follow or subscribe on both or do both. Oh, hey, my dog's here, which means that she's getting restless. You can also find me over on Instagram as well. You can find me over on Threads, Facebook. Yeah, I'm all over the place. I like Facebook especially because Marky Zucky can find me, and so now he knows he can watch my shit. So, but once again, I thank y'all for being here. Make sure to tune in coming up here this Tuesday, Tuesday evening, 7:00 Central Time, where I have golfer Gare Bear as well to go and talk. Yes, to talk more anime and the big question: what's the biggest challenge facing anime fans? So that will be
okay. We'll be tuning in, so make sure y'all are too. Yeah, for sure.
That one's gonna be real fun. But for everybody else, I'm Taylor from Afro Fish OG. I appreciate y'all being here, and I will catch you all in the next one.